Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to show you how to make a very pretty, elegant, simple bridal bouquet out of um, coffee filters. The roses themselves are not made out of coffee filters. These are actually bought from the dollar store, but they just kind of add a simple little touch. Very elegant, very pretty, very girly. And to hold this together, I ended up using a toilet paper roll. Since the sticks are a little hard and not very flexible, I find that if I put a little band about here on the inside and then cover it with this, it kind of holds everything together and I can adjust how tight I want it and how loose I want it and still be able to adjust my flowers. I'm going to end up wrapping this with ribbons so you won't see that. All I did was cut the toilet paper roll up, and then I hot glued it around. So that's what we're going to go for today. Alright, to start this project, all you need are coffee filters. I am using the smaller ones, so the 4-cup filters. Flower stakes. These are really nice. I was trying to figure out what I could do to make them nice and full for the bouquet without having them be too bendy, and I found these. These were $2.99 at Crafts Direct. And they have a sharp point right here, as you can see. I like to make the sharp point the piercer, as I call it, and then they have a blunt tip. And this blunt part is actually what I use as the center of the flower. Then what I do is I have, of course, my floweral tape, a pair of scissors, and a hot glue gun, my best friend. Ooh, just dripped. And my fillers, my glue sticks. Okay, what I'm going to do to start out with is count out, I like to count out 10 coffee filters. Okay, so I believe I have 10 here. I flatten them out. I fold it in half. Then I fold it in half again. Like so. And here you kind of eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. But what you want to do is make a, when you make both sets, you want to make one set of petals, in a sense, longer and one set shorter. So I'm going to make this with my longer one. I'm just going to kind of go and, I think I'll cut it right there. Cut all the way around it. I'm cutting all 10 at one time. Like so. And then this part is kind of the fun part. This is where you can kind of see it take shape. You take your scissors and you make slices. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be the same size. Some are going to be thinner, some are going to be thicker, some are going to be longer, some are going to be shorter. And you just slice all the way around.
Mommy?
Like that.
Dada?
So. And don't throw these out. I actually have a box of them that I've been saving from every one that I've cut. Because I actually use these to put around this as this part of the stem. The first part. So when you crunch it together, you don't see all that green. I'm going to do the same thing to this other side, except this one I'm going to make a little bit shorter. Sorry about the background voices, that's my daughter. Okay, and this one I'm going to cut shorter, so I'm going to, let's see, to kind of get an idea, you can always take your one that you cut, kind of lay it across and be like, okay, so I have to go shorter than that. So I'm probably going to cut this one about here. And I've noticed that every single one that I've made is a different size. And that is completely okay. There's no saying that they have to be the perfect size. And again, I'm going to slice this one up.
Mommy. Mommy.
You're okay, honey. My 2-year-old and I actually started doing some of these yesterday, and we literally spent all day. So you're going to open them up. Thanks, Sue. And I like to separate them into 4 piles of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That way you're easier to grab when you need to. That's the smaller one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3, 4. Oh, this one. 5. Okay. And then the rest, the last 5. Just kind of separate them. Like I said, it just makes it easier for them to be grabbed. Okay, and then I'm going to grab one of my stakes. And I'm using this blunt end as the top. So what I like to do, bless you, is take my hot glue gun and make a, like, just kind of dab around that. Take one of the round edges, or the edges that we had cut from the smaller one, wrap it around, like so. Whoops. Sticking. Again, these don't have to be perfect. Tear. Make a dab right up the edge. Bless you again. I think spring is finally here. We're all sneezing. Okay. So, and then what I like to do is just take the extra stuff on the top and just kind of push it down. You can see a little bit of green, but it's not going to cause much of an issue. Then I'm going to start by taking the one, just kind of poking it kind of in the center. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. So what I like to do is, because I've had issues of these coming off, when I get about here, I like to take my glue gun. Let me pull it down so you guys can see it. And around the base, I actually like to put a drop or so, or a line more so, of hot glue around there, because it's going to make it a little bulkier, so the point is not going to come apart. Now all you do, scrunch. You scrunch that one. I do that with all the first 5 small ones. Oops. I actually did a larger one. So, let's try this again. The smaller one. 1, 2, 3. I have done that before. I guess I'm just squeezing. Just a minute, baby. 5. She really enjoys doing this. She's my little crafter. And if this does bother you, like I said, because since I did actually put the wrong one and I did kind of glue it on, you can actually just kind of take your scissors and kind of cut it down. I found that it actually works really well. I mean, you can kind of tell. And then I'm going in with my 5 large ones. 1. I really like these. I actually showed a picture of these to my fiance, the real ones. 2. And he told me last night that these look pretty real. And I wanted a fuller bouquet, and I just didn't. I'm kind of a bride on a budget, so most of our stuff is either from the dollar store or handmade. 5. See? You can kind of see that? to take my hot glue gun, and I actually like to make a line on the bottom. You can go use your glue, honey. Oh, I have to get it for you. And then I'm going to take my floral tape. Sometimes it's nice to actually put it on when it's sticky. I'll have to get it down for you, love. And I've had this issue where I have had it not stick. So I honestly find that if I put it on right away after I make the line of glue, that it sticks. I'm probably going to be making these into sections. Let's show these into sections, meaning the episodes, because I can only do them a certain amount of time. So after I finish this one, I will start another episode, and I'll show you how to do the next one and put them together as a bouquet. Squeeze, and you can fluff them out. See? Aren't those pretty? I think so. You can at this point you can decide to dye them, or you can already use pre-dyed ones. But stick around, and I will finish up on how to make more and connect them together.